Hey guys, Dean Gearhart here, coming at you with another video. I wanted to do a recap on the Nationals for this year and share with you my pickups and some thoughts about the show itself. First off, it was probably one of the best Nationals I've ever attended, and I think this was my eighth National, maybe my ninth. Um, just a little fuzzy on what the first year I went. But it was either eighth or ninth time that I went in a row. So uh, I just had a blast hanging out with fellow YouTubers, meeting people for the first time, or maybe I knew them and said hi to them, but maybe got to talk to them a little more this time. But just overall, that was the highlight of going to the Nationals, was hanging out with the guys and talking cards and helping them find stuff, and asking opinions about things, so on and so forth, without getting into any specifics, because I'm sure those people will be showing their prizes eventually if they haven't already. So as far as Atlantic City is Atlantic City. Outside of it, it's hard to find places to eat. Um, don't know if I'd want to be wandering the streets too much after dark, especially not off the main areas. Just dirty. Downhill from when I was there in 2016, uh, the town itself. But the venue is huge. It's probably the biggest venue uh, out of all the nationals. So that's why they keep going back there. That, and I keep hearing them say because the dealers on the East Coast don't want to go, beyond Chicago. So I don't know. But anyways, the venue was huge. The one thing I did notice, though, I felt like there wasn't as many dealers there. It felt more like they utilized the space for corporate, like they let them spread out a little more because they didn't have the dealers there. I'm not sure, but that's what it felt like to me. I just felt like there was less dealers. And I had a hard time finding some of the dealers that I know or have dealt with in the past. Some of them I ended up finding on the last day, which I went. My wife and I left Wednesday. Because I had tickets for Thursday, so we stayed outside of Atlantic City on Wednesday, and then we came into Atlantic City, and my wife dropped me off at the convention center, and she went off and got the hotel set up and everything. We stayed at the Claridge. I think that's what it's called, the Claridge. Anyways, nice hotel, older hotel, and it took me like 15 minutes to walk every day, so it wasn't that bad. As far as the show itself, I know some people were making videos before the show, and they were kind of hoping that, dealers were ready to make deals and they wanted to move their stuff and things like that. I didn't go into the show with any expectations like that at all, because I'd been hearing that people are kind of switching back to raw vintage, because the slabbed vintage is too expensive. It's costing people more money, obviously, to slab them. And, vintage generally doesn't go down a whole lot. So where the prices sit, the prices are probably going to stay. And in some cases, like the 52 Mantle, I imagine after this 9.5 Mantle sells, that it's going to cause a major explosion on the 52 Mantle. So even the crappiest ones are going to be going for a premium. So um, I don't know. But raw vintage, it seems to be the thing now, and a lot of dealers really weren't willing to really deal that much on it. But if you dug and dug a little bit and maybe combine some things, you probably get a deal here or there. But I mean, let's face it, they have a number in mind. They have a number they're willing to go down to, and that's about it. And I know some of the dealers I know, they have no problem packing it up and taking it home. They'll sell it eventually. That's their attitude. Why would, it's their cards, they want to make what they think they can make off of it. So now I did hear a couple stories, and I did witness a couple where the dealers were just jackasses to customers, um, just plain out straight up rude. So case in mind, if you guys follow Cincinnati Picker, he's not really in our kind of YouTube group as far as cards and stuff, but he is a card collector. I watched his video. I didn't even know he was there. And this dealer was just a real jackass to him. So, but anyways, I'm rambling about that. Had a blast, like I said, hanging out with the guys. Met lots more YouTubers and a couple non-video making people that watch our videos. It was really cool to hang out with them. I'm not going to mention names because I don't want to leave anybody out, but you know who you are. Had a blast. It was great meeting you guys, and let's take a look at what I picked up. So I got some B18 blankets. This particular dealer, I've dealt with him many times in Pittsburgh and at the Nationals. He was telling me he bought a collection that had over 1,000 of these blankets, a couple complete sets and extras and stuff. So I just picked out some more low-hanging fruit like I normally do. This particular set, I believe, if you just did the base set, no variations, meaning no flag variations or baseline variations, color variations, there's 99, and I already have about 25, I think. So my goal was every national just to pick up a couple. Well, this year I ended up picking up 4. This is Doyle for New York. You got Kovaleski for Detroit. And we got Conley for Boston. Guess I could show you the back. The back just the reverse image of that, just plain. And I got Basler for, who is that? I want to say Cleveland, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm not real familiar with this player. But the idea with the blankets, they came wrapped in tobacco or they were in pouches, so there is some staining on some of them. The objective with these is to get them, with the least amount of stains as possible, and to try to get them with the least amount of thread coming apart. Apparently, they would sew these together. The Hall of Famers, there's a Shoeless Joe Jackson, there's a Ty Cobb, there's a Walter Johnson. It's not that difficult of a set to complete. However, the variations and the with the base paths and the colors and stuff, that does make it a little more challenging. Off the top of my head, I don't know how many different variations there are, but it is in the guide. So, but this is a fun little set. This is obtainable, unlike the T206. This is a little more obtainable. So I have fun with that set, and I know a couple other guys that do collect this as well. So that's that. I went in with the idea I was going to try to work on picking up maybe 1 or 2 49 Bowman Hall of Famers out of the 12 I still need. Or some of the 54 tops that I still need. I need like 6 more, and they're all Hall of Famers. And I just wasn't. I was looking on eBay before I went to the show just to kind of get an idea, because that's basically where I look at. I'm not into all the other ways you can look up prices and stuff for comps and stuff. I just kind of go with that. And if it feels like that's about what I'd pay for something, then I do that. So, but I ended up having to switch gears because the prices they were asking for the raw on the Hall of Famers that I need, I can get them cheaper on eBay, and it was a pretty big difference. So I know it's nice to see it right in front of you, and you don't have to pay the tax, and you don't have to worry about shipping and stuff like that. But I just felt like they were too high on some things, so I held off. So I switched gears and started hitting some of my sets, you know. So I got what do I get here? 5 more of the 64 Giants, and I think I only need 5 more. These are nice and clean, and believe it or not, I paid $1 a piece for these. So I was really shocked when he gave me the price, because I wasn't expecting to pay so little, because usually I pay, you know, at least $4 or $5. Heck, I sell these for $4, and they're not even as nice as these. So I was really happy with that price. So went digging through a bargain box from Craig and Holly, the dealer that Mike Baseball Collector had suggested. Really nice guy. He ended up having other stuff, which I'll show you, that I didn't have the right list for them. The cell phone reception was terrible inside the venue, so I just grabbed these 4 cards, and he even gave me a discount on these. So and I wasn't even sure if I needed these, and it turns out I did, so I was happy for that. So, yeah, there's that. And I went back the next day and bought a bunch of other things. So, switch gears a little bit. So I decided to look for some maybe discounted high numbers in my 52 set, and I did come up with these here. You're probably not going to find high numbers under $100, at least in VG shape. I mean, you can get them all scuffed up and wrinkled and creased, and you see a little hint of creasing on the surface there. But this falls right in line with my set. These would probably grade 2s. This got writing on the back, so it wouldn't grade it 2, I don't think, but that's fine. Some of my other ones I don't care. This set's too expensive to get crazy with, so I get what I think falls in line with the other ones. So and then I picked this one up, another 52 high number from another dealer. He had it marked at 125. I asked him if he could do better than that, and he took it down to 110. So I was happy with that. I thought that was fair. So nice VG shape, so before I went to the show, I picked this up at the flea market I set up at. I had made arrangements to buy it from someone. I went through his box, and I'm like, you have a 52 high number, and it's Dick Groat's rookie card. He's one of the last 6 or 7 remaining players still alive from the 407 players that were in this set. There's another Pirate, Vernon Law, and then your only Hall of Famer, I believe, is Willie Mays. And, so he sold this to me. He had it marked at $300. He sold it to me for $260, which I thought was a very fair deal, because Dick Groat usually in the 52 set gets at least $300 in this condition, so I was happy with that. So I got 4 more high numbers, so I'm down to 66 more cards on the set. And yes, I do need the Mantle, and yes, I need the Jackie, and yes, I need the Campy and the Pee Wee Reese. I do need all the big guns. So the Hoyt Wilhelm, I'll get them eventually, one way or another. Somehow I will. So a couple other cards I picked up, some 61 high numbers. These are, just some El Benchos, like Geez Mikey likes to refer to them as, but they were in really nice shape. And he knocked $1 off each one, which is fine, because in this kind of shape, centered well, they're really hard to find in good shape. Like, I might not have bought this with the back like this, but I'm so close on this set too. And the front looked really good, so I was happy with that. So, so that's that. I showed you that. The last day I was there yesterday, that's the kind of the bargain bin day I go shopping around for. And there's some 52 commons. They're gonna have some staining in the back. There's gonna have minor wear and tear on them. I'm not trying to build a a mint set on these. It's too much money. With the amount of sets I'm building, I'm happy just picking them up if it has a nice clean picture and they're somewhat centered. I'm not super picky on these, so maybe if I hit the lottery someday, which I never play anyways, but I just like the set. These all fall in condition wise with all the other ones I've got, so actually I got quite a few of them, and he ended up doing them for $4 a piece. That's the ones with the circles. These ones, they were marked to sell, so they were not going to lower the price anymore, but there was a card that did not have a price on it, and he just said you can have that with them. So he's a real nice guy too. So I was happy with all these purchases and what I paid for them. Yeah, this is the one I got for free, which was in nice shape. So, and I think that's not a high number. Okay. So I'm slowly chipping away at this set too in good to VG condition, we'll say. And I do have a couple Hall of Famers already in this set. I should probably get back to doing binder videos. I haven't done a video in so long. But yeah, I got those. Okay. Next, I'll show you some of the 64s I picked up. $6 for this, little off center. Okay with that. Killebrew, Nellie Fox, $3. This was the same guy that these were marked to sell, so I did not get the discount, just a free card. McCovey, Rusty Staub, Rookie Cup card, couple Yankees, off-center Killebrew, but I'll take it for that price. And then these, I think I paid $1 a piece for these. These are better shape, different dealer. Fits in perfect with my set. Just commons. Maybe a couple semi-stars here and there, but for the most part, these are going to all be commons. And Yankees, of course, they're usually more. But I think everything, yeah, these are all $1 a piece. Nice clean front and backs. So, Dick Williams. I'll slow it down a little bit and get it to focus here. Zimmer. Team card. There's Dick Groat there. That might be one of his last playing cards, playing day cards. Come on. He was in the 52 set, but he didn't play for the Pirates then. He played, I think, for the Phillies. But he died young. I think he died in a car accident or something. Okay, so that's you can see what I got there in the 52s. And just keep up with the baseball theme. Just picked up some discounted Hall of Famers, a little off grade. These are for my second, third sets kind of thing. So these were priced to sell also, so there was not a discount, I don't think, on these. So that's fine. These are all 70 stars, so Hall of Famers. And this was just an opportunity. I happened to walk by the dealer. I wasn't I wasn't trying to find cards to work on second and third sets kind of thing. These are just something, I was standing next to the box and looked down and seeing the prices and thought, oh, let me look through here. So those are things you find at the Nationals. You just got to keep your eyes peeled for it. There are diamonds in the rough here and there. I did finish my 75, 76 Topps basketball set with the Moses Malone. Little off center, but it'll do. I wanted to accomplish something, so I just went ahead and got this one. So, calling that a day on that. Some 59 football. And a lot of these I picked up from Craig and Holly. I forget his name, his last name. That's kind of what their business name is. I'm just calling them Craig and Holly, but picked up a couple Steelers. And I'm real close on this set too. I think I'm down to needing like 25. And it's mostly the money cards, which is usually what I do on a set anyways. So I did pick up a couple, but I still need the big names out of this set. So we'll be pumping the brakes on this set as well. And just picking off those little by little. Most of these are centered pretty good. Nice sharp corners. Clean backs. And then these are mixed in with some I bought from another dealer too. So I did buy quite a few of them. Like I said, I had to switch gears and focus my money on some other things. So that's what I did. And then these are I got these from Craig as well. These are a little more money cards. So, and he gave a discount on top of that. I think he gave 10% off, which was fine with me. I thought his prices were great anyways, even without any kind of discount. I witnessed a customer being really rude to him and trying to get pretty much as he could for free on top of what the guy was already discounting him on top of the cards already being pretty reasonable, and that was just a jerk. So but, I don't know. And then I also picked up I got these off of Craig. These are 66 football. These are tough to get. They're really tough. You can see a little bit of chipping up there. I try to get these as nice as I can because these, like the 62 Topps and the Bowman TV cards, I hate when they're messed up, but they're tough cards. And then I got these from another guy that I'm going to be buying a card off of through the mail. Same thing with these. The majority of them are nice, crisp. There might be just a ding here or there, but they're really tough to get in good shape. So, but all in all, I was really happy with what I was able to pick up. And I'll just I'll work on those other cards one at a time and go from there. Like I said, to me now, it is really more about hanging out with the guys and talking cards and watching what they get and showing them what you got, kind of thing, you know. And some of the guys picked up some really nice stuff, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Any video that mentions the National, I think, is worth watching. So, and if you have never got to a National, start putting money aside now. Even if it's, you know, 25, 30 bucks a week or whatever you can do, and figure out a way to get there. Reach out to somebody, you know, if you can get there. And like I said, I mean, there's a lot of cards, and $1,000 is a lot of money. I work a lot of overtime, so these are the other things I picked up too. I only need a couple more of these posters, so yeah, like I was saying, $1,000 is a lot of money. I mean, some guys bring a lot more, some guys bring a lot less. You know, you just put aside what you can, and, you know, do what you can do, but try to go. The experience itself, you know, who cares about the cards? We can get these cards anywhere, you know. It's the overall experience, I think. I used to think it was just about buying cards, but, you know, I don't know. That's my opinion anyways, guys. But I appreciate it if you've hung in here for this long. And I appreciate all the support. And again, like I said, I was glad to meet everybody I met, and hope to see you again real soon. Have a good night, guys.